aside from all of that, I did 4 pages and a storyline, and of course, the mayor said, gotta bring in somebody else too. So he brought in Bill Finger.
To help with the writing?
To help with the writing.
Just polish up your ideas.
No, it was just a matter of the first story was actually mine, and it went along that way. That was the concept, the thinking, the development, all through the period of time that I worked for. It was about 7 years. And in that, I worked on the stories after the first one was almost all mine, excepting he did add some copy to it and added a final couple of pages. That was it. But we got his name on it too, so it was Martin Nodell and Bill Finger. And by the way, that's one thing I would say for Sheldon. He had both our names on, something that was not being done in those days. And my name was on, and so was Bill Finger's. So that part worked out well, it was great, and that was the beginning and the end of the story, but not the end of the qualifications for everything. It's been going on and on and on. So here we are, into our 60th year. Green Lantern, and I did not expect it all to come about to that extent.
How many years have you been touring the conventions? I've known you for 10 years at least, right?
I think that we began working with Jim Ivey.
Jim Ivey, right, sure, the Orlando Con.
Somebody in West Palm Beach ran a one-day showing a store, and wanted us to be in touch with him. We were in touch with Jim and did our first show there, after which Carrie involved me with someone named Gary Calapono, who had a little store, but more than that, he was a space salesman for a newspaper. So that's how Carrie had gotten to know about him. And reading the fine print of the newspapers that the news people wanted to show others and so on. So that came along, and we were at the first Chicago show then. That was Chicago Con right off in 1981 maybe.
Oh, has it been 20 years?
That we've started.
Wow. Time goes fast.
And we had gotten to see the people at DC. We got them pretty well. They're all good friends of ours. We're good friends of all the people on all the routes, including a fellow named Bill Black, who
He's
was
a bum.
awfully kind to send me a 50th anniversary celebration on paper, which was just great. And that was a delightful thing. I say on paper, both sides were printed. It was really part of a full-page spread that was cut for the purpose of whether he could send me, which was maybe about 1,000, of which we have about 800 left. No, we have about... Actually, we don't have that many left.
You're about run out, huh? I have to see if I can find some more.
If you can, yes, we are.
Maybe we can do a new one.
I'm sorry?
Maybe we can do a new one. We can do a 60th anniversary now, huh?
All right. I want to tell you, in Pittsburgh, they had sent us a program. Harry will show it to you. But wanted me to do something regarding the 60th anniversary. I didn't know what they wanted to do with it, how they wanted to use it or whatever, but I did a drawing for them of the 60th anniversary. Maybe you can take a shot at that, it looks good. And by the way, they're going to have a 60th anniversary bash at one of the booths that I'll be working in.
Right.
And in that, we're going to have an ice cream party.
Oh yeah?
As long as they don't get any of my work dirty. And then we get a nice letter from San Diego. We're going to do a big thing on the big San Diego 4-day show.
This year?
This year.
All right.
That was the letter they sent us to. Please be sure to come by, and we'd love to have you. And that's going to be a big thing there. They're going to celebrate the Green Lantern 60th year.
Now,
So
what is the date on the one in Pittsburgh?
in Pittsburgh. Carrie has the dates.
Okay, I'll ask her.
Carrie takes care of all the business.
You're a team.
We've developed. Believe me, we are a team, but she's developed a great deal in this business, got to know a great deal about it, and she does the work in, on, and around me, so that I'm kind of, I'm not isolated, but she is sort of my fortress, which is kind of good.
I have
That's
one of
the way
those
we
too.
got it. Yep.
I have one of those too. And I want to tell you, Marty,
Tell me.
that as you know, the Green Lantern is one of my all-time favorites. I read him when I was a kid. I guess around 1950, the Green Lantern didn't have his book anymore, but he was in All-Star Comics.
Yes.
And I fell in love with the character. And so when we got together with you through Jim Ivey, it was a thrill. I want to tell you, of all the guys that I've met in this business, you're one of the nicest, you're one of the most personable, you're very entertaining, you're a nice guy, and
Enough of that. But I'll tell you this much.
well, I know you're modest, you wouldn't say it about yourself.
No, I don't say it by myself or for myself, but I'll tell you this much. I bumped into Bill Black one day, and there he was. I couldn't do anything about this. Bill and Rebecca have been through the years people we've always enjoyed, and I want to tell you, it's not playing back to you, but Carrie, when I mentioned something about how she was feeling, can I say this?
Sure.
Carrie was upset.
I could tell.
But we have always been thoughtful. We've enjoyed being with her. That's one thing that bothered me for a number of years. We did not see her.
We've had some very rough years, which I won't get into on this tape, but we've had a lot of family problems, and looks like they're on the
Has 5 children. No, I'm going home. Goodbye. I'm leaving. Now's the time. Hello, so long. So where do I go? What am I going to do? Oh, well, I think I'll go back to work. Oh, I have what do I have? Oh, I have Green Lantern work to do. Carrie has the whip out, and Carrie and Spence are pointing to me, and they say, get
back to
buddy."
work. Well, thank
Okay.
you, Marty. I appreciate it. You're a great guy, and
Come on.
I'm having a thrill here. Let me shake hands
No,
with the
don't
other.
say that. Don't say that. It's one thing, though, in that we think so highly of you, in that we think that we want to see you more. I mean that more seriously.
Well, I had a
We can
wonderful
work out
time
something.
today, and I talked Rebecca into coming back, and I think she's going to have a good time too. So I hope
She'll
we're
be
beyond.
back here.
Yeah, I hope we're beyond our problems, and we can be on a more.
Come back later. I will. Oh, he's not in this.
Say something, baby.
Hi, what's your name?
Jane.
Jane?
Very nice to meet you.
Okay.
Maybe sit on the other side of it. This stuff
Is
is
your
on the way.
camera sound? Is
Yes.
every camera sound?
Yes.
Bill, she could recite the oath. Hi.
radio series that debuts on National Public Radio